All right, we're live. How's it going, everybody? How many people we got in here? I'm just kind of curious about that. Let's see what we got. I'm trying something a little bit different right now. Let's see how this turns out. And oh wow, we already got 24 people in there. Hi everybody, how's it going? Welcome to the show. Evening Bangers, good. I like the sound of that. That's not bad. So I gotta admit, I'm a little tired. I had a long day of shooting today. I'm looking at Old England's brand new budget $599 solar guitar, not an S by Solar, but an actual full blown solar guitar. So that's coming up. Hopefully I can hang out here for a little bit. Hopefully I don't fucking die of exhaustion during all this. It was a pretty busy day. Sorry, we're starting the show a little bit later tonight. Actually, Nigel stopped by and he had a few things to say about the solar, so it should be a lot of fun. Yeah, hey, I know you guys. Whoa, we already got somebody in here already. Damn, who was that? Hold on. Where the hell is that screen? Come on. There we go. Hey, Hackamine. All right. Hackamine, however. You're first up, dude. Let me get you in the queue right there. Ooh, Built to Destroy Awake official music video. So, we're gonna wait till we get a couple people in here. You know, do the introduction thing, and we've already got 71 people in here. I want to get at least 100 people in here before we do that. So you know, we got a bit of an audience. So if you do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. That way the algorithm knows you're there, and that will invite more people in here. So yeah, tell your friends. All the relaunch later. Okay, Kid Navajo, thanks so much for stopping in, dude. Yeah, give me a thumbs up, guys. Come on. All you got to do is click the button. It's not like it costs you anything. Musicians are dirt cheap, and yeah, I get it. And you guys like free stuff. Well, clicking the button's free. You know, it's not that big of a deal. So do that. Let me see how we got here and how we doing here. Okay, and hi, Glenn, first time. Hi, Kelsey, thanks for joining tonight. This is my Monday night thing. Yeah, it's all kinds of fun, and hopefully we'll get to check out some really cool music tonight. Hopefully we'll find a couple of bangers. Got 83 people in here. Like I said, I'm looking for 100. We're gonna hit play as soon as we get to 100 here. Hey, Martin, thanks so much for watching for all those years. I really appreciate it, man. That's why we keep doing this stuff. Oh, man, yeah. So got some really cool stuff coming up for the next couple weeks. We're even going to be taking a look at some new electronic drums. So it should be cool. Hey, finally caught a stream. Hey, Yabo Inicio, thank you so much. And Morbid Man, thank you for stopping by. And who else we got here? Acoustic, of course. Dreamberry, how you doing? And who else we got? Teh Troll. Okay, well, thanks for stopping by. Seventh Circle Audio. Hey, Seventh Circle Audio, right on. Yeah, he's probably like, where's my fucking review, Glenn? Where is it? Yes. I gave this a shout out last week. I got to review this thing. This beast of a mic preamp. Oh, this thing weighs a half a metric ton. You know, it's, this is a microphone preamp / blunt force trauma weapon. It's pretty damn cool. I might be giving it away once I'm done. I got to double check with our terms there. I think it was cool with that, but definitely a really, really cool piece of gear. I can't wait to try that out. It's going to be super cool. And yeah, we'll get going out here. So we got 97 people. We need 3 more people in here, and I'm going to press the play button. But yeah, hey, check out Seventh Circle Audio when the stream's over, because yeah, they build some absolutely killer stuff. So I think I've got a theme for the actual why anybody would want one of these. I know what that is too. Okay. Oh, there's the power supply. Okay. Yeah, that would suck. Where's the fucking power supply, Glenn? All right. So we've got 103. Okay, let's kick this pig. Let's see what's going on here, and let's go full screen, because we're gonna start out with a official music video from Built to Destroy. Okay, great. All right, and let's see if we got there. Yep, here we go. Let's give it a spin. Let's see what kind of music we're getting here. Let's roll it. 4 minutes, 22 seconds. Oh, yeah. Gonna make a point here, guys. I welcome all submissions, but I reserve the right to hit the stop button at 4 minutes in. If you're gonna write a long song, it better be interesting. Guitar's a little thin.
Blind to 10,000 lives. They sent to die as a sacrifice for your devil in disguise. How do I know why? You're the first to hide. Now there's fire raining from the skies. Born to follow and conform. War. What are you fighting for? Born to follow and conform. War. What are you fighting for? Not in my name.
Toms are a little thin, but I'm not hating them.
Let's bury the hate.
The vocals are actually surprisingly pretty good.
Free, born to be free. Is this all for real, or have we fallen almost dead at sea? Prisoners to greed, turning out to selflessness from selfishness. Singularity. Born.
Snare's a little weak, and I know exactly what to do with them.
What are you fighting for? Born to follow and conform. War. What are you fighting for? Not in my name.
But that's definitely a real drum set, so kudos to you guys for recording real drums.
Not in my name. Awake.
I love how you guys just like zoomed in the video itself and didn't actually like shoot a second shot on the close-up on the guitar. Yeah, Seventh Circle knows what it's about. Yep.
It's easy to be a war hero and a patriot when you can destroy your enemies with a push of a button from miles away. But if you had to look them in the eyes and hear their screams, would you still do it for the glory of an empire that doesn't give a damn about you? If you had to hear a mother or a wife cry, would you put a bullet between their husband's eyes? Would you still pull that trigger? Instead of doing something for your country, to ask what your country has done for you, is it worth killing another brother over?
Hey, look out, world, you're about to win.
Hey, thank you very much. Wherever the hell you were, thank you. Find that out in a minute. Okay, overall though, I find the lack of bass a bit disturbing. You know, it's like the bass guitar needs to come up.
Bury the hate, 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 bury the hate. We are awake.
Okay, built to destroy. Okay. I'm off my meds and feel amazing. Okay, you guys are up next. Thank you very much for the donation. Much appreciated. Okay, so let's see here. I thought the guitars were a little bit thin, but, you know, it's like I was reading something that Alex Skolnick was saying the other day, and I thought that was great. He's like, you know, back in the day, you know, guys used to have to kind of figure out how to get heavy tones out of amps that weren't really built for it. So guys really got unique sounds, and now everybody just use, you know, you can all tell everybody's using the same fucking plugin. So kudos for you guys for recording real drums and, you know, using real amps. Guitar was a little bit thin. Like I said, my favorite guitar mic these days is like the Lewitt 640 Rex. It's killer. Another one would be the Sennheiser E906, a good alternative to a 57. The 57 can be a little bit spiky. So we've got options now for other things. And remember, point the mic at the splats on the speaker. That might give you a slightly thicker sound. Well, at least not quite so spiky anyway. So try that. The bass guitar definitely needs to come up. Grab yourself a copy of Element Bass over at Spectre Digital for that. That can help you out huge. And yes, on the snare, room sample on the snare. Okay, duplicate your snare track, run it through Trigger or something like that. I've got a video on this called "Why Your Snare Sounds Like Shit in a Mix." So run a room sample and then send that out to a reverb. That'll fatten up your snare, give it a bit more of a shotgun sound that you're kind of aiming for. That you're just not quite getting there. Cymbals definitely need to come up, and it sounds like you need some room mics too. And I always find a lot of guys who record live drums never bother putting up room mics, and honestly, that's where the fun is. It's like Bruce Springsteen said in Blinded by the Light, that's where the fun is. And you need room mics on your drums, even just a little bit flown in underneath to give a little bit more ambiance. It can really help capture a groove and a vibe, and I really recommend doing it. And don't cheap out there. Get the best mics you can possibly get your hands on and use those for rooms. But the great thing is you can get yourself a couple of like 340s or whatever for like reasonably inexpensive and get those. You just might need a couple of extra channels. So that's my thoughts on that one. Overall, pretty good. Good vocalist though. That was cool. It's nice to hear somebody could fucking sing. So not bad. Shoot the video editor.
Hey, look out, world! You're about to witness
Hey,
Motherwell
Emma Archer, you're up next, man. Been a fan of the channel since a wee lad, graduated high school, and now I'm trying to figure out my own sound since my band broke up. So, okay, what'd that say there? If you're singing drum sound right, just because there's still MIDI, I hope you like this. Okay, hey, we all start somewhere. Okay, you're up next. Archer, jump the queue. Thank you, Archer. I really appreciate that. And yeah, and then we're going to get to I'm off my meds in a sec here. But yeah, Archer, you're up first. So, yeah, and again, for everybody's wondering why I raised the prices, this is why. So I can give a better evaluation to the guys who do send in. It just, I'm not forced to fucking keep fucking get to the next song, get to the next song, get to the next song. I want to make sure the people who do donate get a proper evaluation of their mix. You know what I mean? So that's why I do this. So wasn't too bad, but like I said, please take your video director / editor out back and have him flogged because, wow. Yeah. Alrighty. Yep. Man for men, hit the like button. There you go. So how many people we got in here right now? Oh, we got 158. Well, hey, 158 people. Thanks for stopping by. We're going to try this out for an hour at least, maybe 2. I don't know. Like I said, I'm pretty wiped right now. So we'll see how it goes. It was a long day, long, stressful day of shooting. I actually learned how to play Bonanza. That was interesting. All right, so 15 demo by Archer. Let's see what you got, Archer. Guitar's a little thin. Hey, Jake in here. Not a lot of bottom end on that bass.
To what I thought was mine, I'll strive to never cross that line. All this talk about what did you do? You're the one who wanted to start a fight. Guess we'll have to take this out tonight. Getting started with my new life. Are these the things that you wanted? Are you excited to be here? We're gonna let her take our anger over, and we'll all go insane. Head dive into what might be my soul. I'm free from where the pain derives. Whoever thought it would be easy? Getting rid of toxins would free me. You say I'm the problem, don't forget. You kept the weapon as a threat. Are these the things that you wanted? Are you excited to be here? We're gonna let her take our anger over, and we'll all go insane.
All right. There we go. Short
Hey,
and sweet.
look out, world. You're about to witness rock and
Hey,
roll
Teh
history.
Troll, you're up in a few minutes there, buddy. Thank you so much. Okay, so we're going to... Yeah. Oh, that sounded interesting. All right, so that was Archer. So Archer, okay, so here's what I'm going to say. Okay, now my first impulse was to say, oh, man, turn all that gain down. But I'm thinking, no, you know what? I've heard too many fucking perfect guitar sounds, and it's kind of making me sick. So you know what? Keep doing that fuzzy craziness thing and explore that and start really pushing it to the fucking limit, because I think you might be onto something there. It was kind of fuzzy. It was kind of cool. I was digging it because it didn't sound like everything else. So that was kind of... The MIDI drums I didn't hate. You might want to get a bit of ambiance on there. I don't know what sample set you're using. If you use an extinction level event, you can actually bring up room mics, several different room mics, and get bigger drum sounding that way. That might help. The biggest issue I had with the vocals, the singing wasn't half bad, but I was kind of curious as to what kind of vocal mic you were using. I get my hands on the best possible condenser you can. Again, Lewitt's got some really inexpensive ones, like what, the 440 Pure or something like that. They're only a couple $100, maybe $350, something like that. Killer stuff. Serious bang for the buck microphones. And I think Morbid had a
look out,
point
world.
there.
You're about to witness rock and roll
Hey, Ali,
history.
thank you very much. Or Ali, hey, appreciate. Okay, we're gonna take a listen here in just a minute, and yep, that's cool. We're gonna check that out in just a minute. Again, guys, I reserve the right to pull the plug at 4 minutes, just so you know. So if you've got long, self-indulgent songs that are boring the shit out of everybody, I need to move the show forward. So just keep that in mind before you send something in. Because I don't want somebody getting better. Oh, you cut my song at 4 minutes. Yes, because you couldn't keep anybody's attention. Anyway, so where was I and all that? I think you're onto something. But yeah, Morbid had a good point, and it's like, yeah, when you hit the choruses, you know, you should try doing some harmonies and whatnot. And if you don't know how to do that, get your hands on an acoustic guitar, figure out what melody line you're singing, and then just kind of make chords off that, and then sing those extra notes. That's basically all vocal harmonies are. You're creating a chord with your voice. Try that. And when you hit the chorus, even if you don't want to do harmonies, you can double and triple the vocal. You take your one down the center, and then take two and pan them out, and you get this kind of wraparound effect. It's something I use all the time. It'll just make your chorus that much bigger. The vocals were really fucking dry too. So maybe just a tiny little bit of delay or something on that. Make sure you tune the delay to the tempo of the song. That's a big point. I always tend to prefer delay on vocals on heavy rock as opposed to reverb, because it just sits better. It's a little bit more in your face and it doesn't bury the vocal. You know what I mean? That would be my suggestion anyway. So try that, and compress your vocal. Make sure you're compressing there. Try like a 4 or 6 to 1 ratio. Like see if you can find like a distressor sim or an LA2A sim or something like that, just to kind of smooth your vocal out. And because I noticed it was kind of jumping up and down in level. So a little compression can go a long way. Yeah, there's some really great distressor sims out there, and I'm going through a distressor, like a hardware one right now. It's just off camera, and it keeps the shouty bits from getting too fucking loud, you know. So they are really helpful that way. So try that, and but I think you're on your way. I think with a little bit more polishing, it could be okay. But I just don't think that you had the right mic for your vocal, because it just sounded a little bit muddy. Could be too much proximity effect. You know, maybe again, try experimenting with how far you are away from the mic, because you know, when you get right up on it like that, it gets a little bassy. If you back off maybe a touch or a little bit more, that might help out quite a bit actually. So experiment. Maybe just try backing off the mic and doing another take before you drop money on a different mic. That might be just the thing. You know, it doesn't hurt to try. Anyway, dude, thanks so much for sending in. Thanks so much for watching for all these years. Hopefully you found that helpful. Like I said, though, I like what you're doing with the guitars. Keep exploring that. Don't try and sound like everybody else. Do your own thing. Find your own thing. And yeah, keep it weird. All right. Let's move it along here. Next up, we've got I'm Off My Meds and I Feel Amazing. Delirium, lyric video. Oh, God, I just am not playing lyric videos. Lyric videos just suck. Sorry. Lyric videos are just fucking lazy. All right. How many people we got in here right now? Got 184. So, yeah, the Assure SM7. Yeah, it's kind of been done. It's okay. This is a Lawton L208. This thing's fucking killer. Yeah, I used to have an SM7. Now I use this because it's awesome. It's also great on toms. This is actually Dave Grohl's favorite tom mic. So there you go. What else we got here?
Hey, look out, world. You're about to witness rock and roll
Oh,
history.
anonymous, jump the queue. I guess all you fuckers can wait. Hello, going to the second single released 3 weeks ago. Guitars and quad tracked with EVH 5150, Marshall Vintage 30, and made a dual rec single head and a 90 selection K100 cam. Interesting. Add a little Fort Nameless for flavor. Okay, cool. Let's check it out. Ooh, we got a video here. Let's take a look. Undead Phoenix. My apologies. Blue Crystal Death. Okay, gee, what could this song possibly be about? But this is what happens, man. Okay, anyway, thank you, Undead Phoenix, for sending this in. This actually looks kind of cool. It's not quite as cheesy as the first video. So the guys who were in the first band there, it's like great singer, but hey, yeah. Where am I going here? What the? Hey, fucking, that's not. Oh, sorry, I'm dumb. That's the one. Here we go. Let's give it a spin here. 5 minutes long. I reserved the right to pull the plug at 4. We'll see what we get. Lighting's pretty good. Pretty good guitar sound. Whoa, this is kind of cool.
Hey, look out, world. You're about to witness rock and roll.
Hey, whoever sent that in, thank you. Drums sound a little bit over-edited. I like the guitar sound, even though it's a vintage 30 thing. You got some other stuff going on in there, giving it a bit more of a mechanized thing. It's cool. It's a bit thrashy. Turn the bass guitar up, though. But this might be a banger. Oh, I remember Baptized in Blood. They were from London. I feel sorry for the guy who had to edit this drum performance. Ugh. Snare's a little buried. But this is all just, minor gripes. This is a nice sounding mix. Hey, thank you very much. Like the toms, would like a little more bottom on them. Nice attack on the bass guitar here.
Now I feel that I found my inner peace. This time, my pain, my suffering is over! Nothing remains for me but death!
I do like the Judas Priest pendant and the tag. Excellent shorts, by the way, guys. Yeah, gotta turn those toms up there, guys. I want to hear cannons, not plip, 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 plip. Ooh. Spooky. Well done, guys. Well done. Okay. Great stuff. Oh, hey, my camera died. Oh, great. Yeah, my Elgato cam link fucking died yet again. Apologies. Give me a damn second here. Okay. Just need a moment here, guys. We'll give you an evaluation. Just a moment. 3, 2, 1, and hope this fucker works. Keep my fingers crossed, see if it kicks back in. Yes! Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. All right, so I gotta get a couple more people into the queue here. We've got Wandering Wizard who sent one in. Thank you very much, Wandering Wizard. And Johnny Johnson Music. Okay. Thank you so very much. All right. Yep, okay. And again, once again, I reserve the right to pull the plug at 4 minutes just because, hey. No, I did not eat the blue crystals, but apparently my Elgato cam link did. I really got to get a better piece of hardware for that. That thing's such a gigantic piece of dog shit. It really is. Ugh. I fucking hate it. Or what's it? Hated it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so that was a pretty good mix. Like I said, I think you guys missed a big opportunity at the end there with all the drum fills and shit like that, because the toms just fucking were not there. And like the drummer was good, or at least he was edited to sound good. It's like, that perfect double bass performance. Not buying that. Not for a fucking heartbeat. That was faker than a stripper's tits. No fucking way did he play it that precise. Drummers just don't play drums like that. My suggestion: back off the editing a bit and leave the drummer in there. So tired of hearing fucking shit edited to crap. The snare was pretty good. I like the overall kind of attack. I really did like, the thrashy guitar sound you had, even though you were using vintage 30s. It was still had a bit of that old school thing going on, and you guys left a note there about that. And that was guitarist quad track from EVH 5150 Marshall Vintage 30. Oh, Marshall Vintage 30. There we go. I got a Marshall Vintage 30 cab as well. Man, it does sound a little different from the Mezzo one. Mezzo dual rack single head from the 90s. Yep, into a Celestion K100 cab. The K100s, there's your different kind of tone there. And a little Fort Namus. I thought the guitar sound was really cool. I would have liked to hear a little bit more bottom end on the bass as well. I thought, it's like, it was just a tiny bit thin sounding. Would have liked to hear the bass guitar up a little bit, because it sounded like your bass player could fucking play. So overall though, I think that, let me actually add that in there. Where the fuck are we here? Was that? Yeah, I'm going to add that. I think we had a banger there, so give me a second. I'm just going to copy that right for a second. That was Undead Phoenix. Let me add that to the bangers list, because I think that was our first banger for the night. I thought that was a really nice job, guys. Okay, pretty cool stuff. All right, nicely done. Hey, Glenn, how come you never got any tattoos? Because I'd rather spend my money on gear. pretty much. That's pretty much what it comes down to. And yeah. Yeah. Okay. Edited like crazy. Yep. Like I said, yeah, that drum. Yeah, I was not buying that drum performance, not for a fucking heartbeat. All right, all good stuff though, guys. Like I said, I think we had the first banger of the night. Keep in mind, all my criticisms are pretty fucking minor. Overall, that was a very nicely done piece of music. I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys can do next. Like I said, next time you get a big opportunity for some tom fills like that, give us cannons. Don't give us cardboard boxes. Okay, seriously. Make it, give us thunder. That's what we need. All right. Moving on. And finally, yes, I'm off my meds and I feel amazing. I'm going to hit play before somebody else fucking donates and jumps the queue. No? Okay, fuck it. I guess I will hit play. Oh, I like the grinding bass on this. That's cool. Oh, we can do Bandcamp links. Who said no Bandcamp? Hey, everybody, it's Jen Major. Everybody say hi, Jen. I really like the vocal on it. Send me a Dropbox link. That fucking works. Whatever works. Spotify links are absolutely fine. Fucking good, guys.
Hey, look out, world! You're about to witness rock and roll history.
Hey, Psychicer, thank you very much. Really like the attack on that snare. Nice job. Big fat toms there. That's cool. Okay, that's it. Fucking short, sweet, to the point. Yes, that's how it should be. All right. Okay. So, okay, what do we got here? Okay. A whole bunch of shit just happening in the comments here. One guy's like, did I get in the queue? Yes, I think you got in the queue. If you don't get played, we'll find out. Okay. It's like, I'm trying to juggle 8 million things here. I think you sent your shit in. So yeah, just wait, hang around, wait your turn, and you'll get played. I can't remember who said that. Okay, so anybody asking?
Hey, look out, world! You're about to witness rock and roll
Jesus
history.
Christ. Fuck me. Michael Shea Audio. Thank you very much, Michael Shea. Here's something a little different. Okay, cool. Vocal mix is intentional. Okay, we're gonna get to you about. It's gonna be about 20, 25 minutes before we get to you. Just so we know. Just a little update here. We got 1, 2, 3. We got 6 songs in the queue right now. So I'm gonna 6 times 4. That's 24. Yeah, about a half hour to get heard unless you jump the queue. I would think. Like I said, I'm just reserving the right to pull the plug at 4 minutes at this point. Just so I want to make sure the show gets moving along and I can give everybody the attention they deserve. So it's not to be a dick, but it's just kind of like to be okay. Let's just make sure we're not spending too much time on any one particular song. That was an interesting track, though. I'm off my meds and I feel amazing. They become a regular on the show. Always good to hear from you. That was a killer song. I put that in the fucking bangers list. I really like that one, actually. Kind of nice, catchy chorus. The bass tone was fucking outstanding. Those big, fat toms. I thought the snare sounded good when we could hear it. It was a little buried from time to time. I think it could just get popped up in the mix a little bit louder. Overall, though, really, really great track, guys. I don't really have much to suggest other than maybe automate the drums a little bit. I think you guys fucking definitely hit exactly what you thought you were doing. So good job there. Anyway, yeah, give me 2 seconds here. I want to fucking... Yes. If anybody wants to know, yes, how to get in on the queue, the link is in the description. You go through Streamlabs. 35 will get you in the queue. 50 will get to the front of the queue. 100 will get you to the very front of the queue. And my eternal gratitude, because I'm trying to do evaluations here, and everything you donate to the show just gets put right back into it in terms of gear, paying editors. That allows me to finance things where I can do like stealth buys on certain pieces of equipment and that kind of stuff, and give you guys the real rundown of what you're getting for your money, that kind of thing. So yeah, everything you guys donate here just gets put right back into the show. So yeah, don't feel bad about that. And like I said, I try and make sure everybody's getting some attention here, and I can kind of help wherever I can. But for Off My Meds and Feel Amazing, like I said, just automate your drums. Basically, that was it. Other than that, I think you guys really nailed it. Give me 1 sec here. Somebody asked if they were in the queue, and I don't remember where the hell it got to. So, and let's see here. Yeah, that went by too fucking fast. I don't know where the hell it got to. All right. $10 per minute. But
Hey, look out, world! You're about to
hey,
witness
Anonymous
history.
donate. Okay, Anonymous sent me something here. Fall for 60 seconds. Well, thank you, Anonymous. I appreciate that. Yep. Okay, well, I appreciate that a lot. Okay, so we've got, Marcher was there. I'm Off My Meds. Hamakin, I think we already played. Yeah, Built to Destroy. Mr. Archer. Yep. Teh Troll, you're in there. Ali, you said you had significant hearing damage and it was making it hard to come up with feedback from my engineer. Would love to steal your ears from some help. Yeah, okay, be happy to. Okay, Blue Crystal Death, Wandering Wizard, Johnny Johnson Music, Psychicer, Michael Shea, and Anonymous did fall. That's who's in the queue right now. So if you sent something, I just listed off everybody who sent something. So if you think you said something, you're not in that list, it didn't go through. Alrighty then. Yeah, by the way, the Streamlabs will take credit card or PayPal. Either one is absolutely fine. If one doesn't work, try the other. Anyway, let's move it along right now. So we've got Teh Troll, Complete Inside Me. Okay, let's see what we'll do. Yeah, Azrath, I could probably do something like that. Oh, this is cool. Yes, Michael, you are in the queue.
Inside your eyes, I see nothing is complete. Inside your lies,
Oh, that bass tone's ripping. Give that bassist a gold star. Somebody can actually fucking play.
Now you ask forgiveness as you burden me with tears. Once I search for charity inside of you, I've become a bastard. Somehow you've remained a saint. I cannot accept this. All I know and I see, you are not complete inside of me.
This is definitely a banger. Interesting keyboard riffs. Hey, program drums are getting better and better. I mean, like, this is programmed, it's really goddamn impressive. Bringing the rhythms down, join the solo. Thank you for not editing the living shit out of the kicks here. Yeah, don't worry, Michael. You sent me a fucking proper link. It'll be fine. Just chill. Wow. Okay, that was a banger if I ever fucking heard one. Holy shit. That was Teh Troll, and that was something about paying a toll or something like that. God damn, man. What's up with that bass tone? Dude, share with the class. What'd you do? You said, was that direct? Because you said something about don't mic your bass cab. I might agree. I've got some pretty good results. I could probably do a piece on miking bass cabs. I use a dark glass cab, and I use like a really nice Roswell mic from about 5 or 6 feet back. And I got some killer results with that one time, so there is that. But yeah, that Fender Jazz Direct, that's it. Just a direct box, little EQ, I'm guessing. Any compression? Like, fuck, man. Dude, you can really play bass. Jeez. Oh, money for the toll is the band. Whatever. Man, you know, next time be more distinctive about what's the band and what's the song. But whatever. Anyway, you got, I put you in the bangers list. You guys can go check them out. That was a killer song. I don't have, yeah, keyboard was amazing. I don't have too much to offer you there, and other than words of encouragement, like, please write more songs. That was a really cool track. That was, all guitars were mic'd. Yep. Okay, cool. Drive. Okay. SSL channel. Okay. That'll work. That was a killer rip mix, man. That was really, really, really well done. Bravo. Yep. Hey, there we go. 10 years on YouTube. We finally found somebody who can play bass. Nah, that's not true. I've had a lot of great bass players on the show. We've had Felipe Andrioli from Andrioli from Angra. He's been on the show. Anthony Crawford from Witherfall's been on. You know, Keith Wilkinson, local guy here, amazing bass player. Yeah, we've had some very, very, very talented. Oh, and Eric Arko, of course, from Sweden. We've had some very, very, very talented bass players on the show. That's for sure. But hey, Teh Troll, good job, dude. Yeah, that's how bass should be. Well done. I thought that just kind of, that really set the song off, because bass is bass, man. If you don't have a great bass line, the whole mix is going to suffer. That ripped. That was cool. Just had a nice slick groove to it. Good job, man. Well done. Do more. Fantastic stuff. Anyway, guys, that song's on the bangers list. I definitely recommend checking it out. Okay, next up, we got Sentient Sausage Bottle by Ali Tahir. Hey, Ali, thanks so much for coming in. Now, Ali was saying something about... Whoa, we got Guardsman.
History.
Oh, cool. We even got a Spotify link. Cool. So is it Mob Rules? Is it like a fucking Mob's Rule cover? We'll see. Anyway, that's coming up in about 20-25 minutes, somewhere around there. And somebody just joined the horde. Thank you, Leonardo Diaz. Appreciate that. So this was, where's Ali here? I think, yeah, I got significant hearing damage. It was make it hard to come with a feedback from my engineer. Well, okay, so yeah, Ali has some hearing issues, so hopefully we can help him out here. And feel free to be helpful. Don't be a douche or a douche nozzle or a douche weasel. Try and help the dude out. I mean, like, this is the thing. I mean, like, it's fun to be a smartass, but this is somebody who could actually use some help. Okay, so let's try and be a thoughtful community here and help somebody here who might be struggling trying to hear everything. Okay, be cool. Let's see what we get here. I'm sensing a gent instrumental. Snare's a touch loud. Interesting. Yeah, bass drum could use a bit more bass in it. But this is pretty cool, man. I'm sensing some jazz influence. The guitar sound is very nice. I have the feeling, you know, this song could fit on a Mr. Bungle record. That's right, Mojo Bone. Love the guitars here, man. Cool. Yeah, this slaps here, man. Wow. Okay, well, that was definitely different. I usually really fucking can't stand gent fucking instrumentals because they're just too fucking boring. Somebody says, gent is just jazz with distortion. Prove me wrong. I'm like, no, I can see that because I think jazz is really fucking boring too. So there you go. I mean, once again, I mentioned Anthony Crawford's name. I wanted to go see Anthony do a jazz thing at NAMM one year, and I fucking fell asleep during it. It's like, what was I watched? What's his name? Terry Bozzio do a drum solo at fucking at Sweetwater Gearfest one year, and I fell asleep during a fucking drum solo. Jazz just bores the shit out of me. Sorry. That was interesting though. Like I said, that one it has that kind of weird, dissonant vibe thing that you would hear on like a lot of the Mr. Bungle stuff. So there is that. Like I could definitely hear Mike Patton singing over something like that. That's for sure. Interesting piece, man. Mix wise, that was pretty fucking good. I mean, like, dude, if you've got hearing issues, you're doing fine. There's not much to complain about there. I mean, like, wow, like, congratulations. Like, if that's what you're putting out with hearing difficulties, man, I don't really have too much to add other than I'd like to hear a bit more bottom end on the kick. But that's just me. That was pretty sick. That was pretty sick indeed. Like, a few people were requesting list. I threw it in the bangers list because why the hell not? Because it's not quite my cup of tea. I don't think I'm going to go out and download that one or anything anytime soon, but I know a lot of people love that kind of stuff. So more power to them. Band name, it's in the fucking link. Just click it there, C23. Yeah, I'm like, a lot of people like that stuff. It's not particularly my cup of tea, but, hey, different strokes, different folks, all that good stuff. Mafias, you just jumped the queue, my friend. Thank you so much. And that is fucking cool. I am so grateful for that. Like I said, it's some cool stuff coming up. What's coming up on the show? Like I said, we're going to be recommending some really cool cheap amps that will definitely hold up against the really expensive stuff. I'm working on a video. I start on on that tomorrow. Actually, I've got most of the script kind of like outlined anyway. I got to start writing it, but I'm going to do some experiments with that tomorrow. It's going to be really cool. You guys are going to like it, and I'm going to put it up against my Soldano. So should be fun. Should be a great video. I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy it. I'm also doing a bit of photography stuff as of late. I just did a photo session with Christian Bay last night, actually doing some stuff for his potential album, and that's going well. I'm going to be doing another piece on band photos because it's really fucking important for you guys to understand that you need good photos, because that's how the outside world is probably going to interact with you first, is through a photo and not your music. So there is that. Anyway, let's roll it here. Let's see what Rob Boss has to say from Mafias. Mafias, short and sweet promo song I did a few years back and recently remixed. Well, thank you very much there, Mafias. I really appreciate it, dude. Mafias, again, he's a regular on the show. Always welcome. Always happy to hear from him. Let's see what we got here. Let's give it a spin. Sometime tonight. Fucking play something, sax man! I love Bossa Nova. Just want to grab some shakers. Oh, that was short and sweet. Oh, that was great, man. Wow. See, that's how it's done. That's how you do an instrumental. Fucking right. Oh, fuck me. That was great, dude. Wow, that was fucking hilarious. Somebody with a fucking sense of humor. Imagine that. Fucking cool, man. I really dug that one. Great job. Great job. That's how to do it, folks. Wow. That was really cool. That was a downloader, not a fucking streamer, so I can't really share the link there because I don't want to give your work away, because that wouldn't be cool. But restaurant at the end of yours, then disaster area appeared. Nice! I got that analogy. I love that book. Exactly. Yeah. Hey, Hot Black, how you doing? Oh man, wow, that was really, really, really hilarious. Someone with brains. That was very nicely done. Mafias, thank you so very much for that. That made my night right there. That was great. Bossa Nova right in a thrash metal. And I like the fact that you had kind of that, kind of like 80s kind of guitar sound going on. Definitely was not a Vintage 30, that's for sure. Hey, all the time Shark. Thank you very much there, Mr. Shark. You gave me a bunch of tips back in November. Hoping some of that stuck. Okay, well, we're probably going to get you in about a half hour or so, I would think. All depending on what happens, who jumps the queue, and all the rest of it. Next up, we've got these guys have been waiting for a while, and it's Bloodfire, progressive symphonic music video. Yay. Okay. Oh, hey, how many people we got in here right now? We got 224. Okay, cool. I've got a question for you. I would really like to ask the audience. I'm just genuinely curious. Would you guys be interested in seeing Nigel join me for a live stream at one point? Let me know. Leave a comment. Let me know. Anyway, let's get progressive Bloodfire going by one. Oh, this is Wandering Wizard. Okay, Wandering Wizard's been on the show before. Yeah, they're cool. And yeah, here we go. So let's get this music video.
Hey, look out, world! You're about to witness rock and roll history.
That was DeJelly. You're up next. Thank you very much. I already had this queued up, so I'm hitting play, but you are the absolute next on the list there. Thank you, DeJelly. Whoa! Oh, that's AI for sure, yeah. I think we've seen this, haven't we? That's a nice bass tone.
Hey, look out, world! You're about to
Hey, thank you very much.
We had it all, but
Nice string arrangement. Wow.
if only could I turn back time.
Yeah, we have definitely seen this one before. Still a banger.
It's cold in my soul. Sometimes I wish I was alone. The end is near and I can feel your pain.
Hey, look out, world! You're about to
Hey, thank you very much.
In this nightmare, for the ones we love, fight and survive this night.
Lovely good mix here, man. This sounds great. The guitars are just so heavy.
Eyes will follow outcast hearts, falling in the darkness
Hey, look out, world! You're about to witness
Whoa.
rock and roll history.
A lot coming in here. Holy crap. I am curious, is this whole thing AI generated? Is the music AI generated, or is it just the visuals?
we find redemption once again. Dark halls of magic, is this my home? My heart is cursed with fire, but I feel so cold.
Okay, so yeah, we have questions there, Wandering Wizard. Let's see. Anything about this? Wandering Wizard, hey man. Yeah, inquiring minds want to know, was the entire thing, AI, or is it just the visual? It would be really cool if you'd let us know. Because the mix sounded phenomenal, but I mean, like, if it's just AI, I mean, like, I don't know. I guess I should start messing with AI and see what I can get out of that at some point. See what it does. Yeah, I want to know if the AI was used for the entire mix, because I know that can happen as well. So we'll see. But I do want to try doing some AI vocals just for the fun of it and see what we get. We've had a few things come in which are kind of funny, but it's like, it's just Wandering Wizard. Okay, the music is real. Okay, thank you for letting us know, because the vocals everything sounded great, and that's why I'm wondering. It's like, is it too fucking perfect here or not? But the music was made in Cubase. Okay, thank you very much, Wandering Wizard. I really do appreciate that. The guitars sounded amazing. They really did. The mix was fantastic. But I mean, like, if everybody's kind of, there's a bit of a backlash against the whole AI thing. I'm like, yeah, go grab a fucking Sony A7, 4 or an FX3 or something, and go shoot something in the woods at night and get some LED lights and run around and dress up some girls in witches costumes and light some fires and shit. Seriously, if it worked for fucking black metal in the 90s, you can do it. You can do it there. But it was a beautiful mix. It really was. So nice job there. Cool. All right. Now I had a bunch of geez. Okay, I had a bunch of donations come in here. So bear with me a second here. DJ Lee, you're kind of next. We're gonna play in a minute, but I had a $100 donation from Brandon come in. Watching for a few years and learned a lot from years. Here's a song my old band doing. It's minor help from Bob Rock. He's a friend of mine. Oh, I'm fucking totally jealous, by the way. Thank you. We're going to take a look. Yeah. Okay, that one's 6 minutes. You guys paid $100, so I think I'm going to listen to the whole thing. Okay, Bazooki Pete sends something in. Bazooka Pete. Yep, we're going to play it. You sent me a link to your shop. Bazooki Pete. Oh. Here's a shortened version of Master Buds just for your show. Please plug my website so I can sell some. Oh, irola.inc.com. Okay. Oh, there's the Master of Puppets thing. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And thank you, Bazooki Pete. And then Maxillion Wentz. This is my song Fallen From. Okay, great. Just making sure that's in the queue as well. We had a bunch come in there. So we got to do, we're going to do 2 songs first here. And then we're gonna kind of start going through everything else. Thank you, everybody who sent something in. That's really cool. So we've got Handed Out, Aggressive by Nature, Handed Out. Okay, great. And this is the one they got help from Bob Rock with. Let's take a listen. That's hilarious. Check out the artwork he's got right here. That's funny. You said you got help from Bob Rock. You sure this wasn't Fleming Robinson where there's no bass here?
Try to hide from me. Tempers rising up. Drinking from the cup. Look around and see the same conspiracies. Make us feel the fear.
Again, it needs that shotgun thing going on with the snare here.
People die.
Very papery snare, unfortunately.
The shit. Made the bit. Scripted, gifted, handed out. Drastic, plastic, handed out. No one's looking, handed out. Make it quick, just hand it out.
Yeah, I do like the live feel of the band, that's for sure. This has not been edited to shit. So it's nice to hear something actually real for a change.
Make it quick, just hand it out.
Yeah, the snare drum is definitely tuned too high. Tell your drummer to back that shit off a little bit. We got ping, ping, ping. I'm gonna have a few notes on that in a minute here. Ooh. Turn your cleans down a bit when you go to this. It's just too loud. There's a reason for that. When you add distortion, you're actually compressing the signals. So it's like when you go to clean, it always sounds louder. Make sure you make volume adjustments accordingly. Because right now your cleans are overpowering your distorted. It should be the other way around. Like here in this part here, the lead is quieter than the clean. Hey, Anthony Volpe, thanks for stopping by, dude. We know Sean the Greatest. Wow, that is right off fucking A Justice for All, isn't it? Damn.
Hey, look out, world, you're about to...
Hey, Brandon, you're up next, dude. Thank you very much. Oh, Bob helped you with the guitar tone. You did the rest. Okay, good job. No, I like the guitar tone. It's fucking cool. I'd love to know what he did. Dude, thank you so much, really. That was very, very generous. I really appreciate that, man. Okay, here we need to automate the guitars down a little bit for the lead. So yeah, there's definitely some notes here.
Lack of empathy, kill instead of free. Things that I believe still disturbing me. Theories fly, people die. Piece of shit, made to fit. Scripted, gifted, handed out. Drastic, plastic, handed out. No one's looking, handed out. Make it quick, just hand it out.
I do like the toms. They're cool. Yeah, Metallica hasn't done anything like this since the 80s, really. Okay, so lots to unpack with this one. Not quite a banger. Sorry about that, but needs a bit of work. Okay, so here's my suggestions. First of all, tell us what Bob Rock told us about your guitar sound. I would love to know about that. Like, what amp did you use? What cab did you use? What mics did you use? I'm really fucking curious. What speakers were in that cab? Inquiring minds want to know, because the guitar sound did have that old school Metallica thing going on. I'm kind of curious if those were like the early 80s Celestions in there, like, or the GT65s. I think I've got one of those. It's very Injustice for All, or I mean, Ride the Lightning kind of tone. Pretty neat. Sounds good. It sounds like a Metallica cover. Yeah. Did you use an SM7 on the mic for a mic? I'm curious about that. the bass guitar was completely buried. That was very Justice for All. Okay, remember, guys, turn the bass up so we can hear, okay? The problem with on Justice was they let Lars make the call on the mixing, and Lars has hearing problems. And that and Jason had just joined the band. I think that was a giant middle finger to Jason Newsted. So I would definitely turn the bass up on that. There needs to be a bit more definition on the kick drum. You know, usually I like, a Danmar kick pad and then rubber or plastic beaters, not felt. That'll give you the click sound you want, and then you don't have to replace it with a sample. That and tune the kick drum as low as it will possibly go. Yes, your drummer will whine about it, but tell him, hey man, I thought you said you were a pro. This is your chance to show it. That's how that works. Well, Lars knew what to do. They're scoop cat. Okay. But yeah, I want to hear from the songwriter here about the guitar stuff here. Okay. Well, Wilmer doesn't believe you, but I'm just kind of curious. Okay. Anyway, so yes, please bring the guitars or the bass up. I thought it was pretty cool. So a couple other things, you gotta learn the automation thing. So just remember, when there's a lead playing, drop your rhythms down by about 2 dBs while the lead is playing. It'll give space for the lead in the mix, and then you just pop it back up to where you had it once that lead stops. Again, it's all about give and take. You know what I mean? It isn't just turn things up. But the big thing I noticed was the cleans were definitely sitting way louder in the mix than the heavies were. Make sure those are a little bit quieter. That way when your heavies come in, back in, it's going to punch that much harder. It's all just little things you're doing here. I like what you're doing. But the big problem was the snare drum. Your your drummer sounds like he likes a very, very tight snare. And, unfortunately, they sound kind of small when you do that. The ping, 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 ping. So, moon gels will help, but I want to show you something. Give me a second here. I want to see if I got these handy. Give me one moment. Somebody from Evans gave these to me there when I was at Sweetwater last night. He's like, hey, Glenn, check these out. Give me 1 second. See if I got them here. You don't need to see my crack. All right, 1 second.
Hey, look out, world! You're about to witness rock and roll history.
That was, who sent that? Brandon Bosa. Oh, come on, really, Brandon? You're way too generous, man. You didn't have to do that, man. But thank you. Thank you, Brandon Bosa. Wow. Okay. Jeez, man. Guitar tone on hand is primarily a Mark II C Plus mixed with a JCM 800 and ABY pedal, no additional speakers. UK V30s. Really? SM57 421 room mic for the intense palm muting sound. Interesting. Room mic. Okay, that's where that's coming in. UK V30s. Great. I've got some UK V30s. Mark II C Plus mixed with a JCM 800. That's it. It's got, it's the JCM 800 thing going on. That's for sure. Mixed there. Yeah, I did not, Arthur. Fuck you. But okay. So thank you, Brandon. You didn't need to do that. You could have just left a normal comment, but dude, I am fucking grateful. Thank you so very much. You're going to make me cry. Okay, so here's what I'd recommend. Like I said, Evans gave these to me, and these are their take on moon gels. Check what are these called? Player's Circle. Oh, no. I have no idea what the fuck these are called. They're the big red, gel kind of things. They're heavier than your average moon gel, and they're bigger. And you only need like one on your snare drum. That'll help get rid of some of the ring on your snare. I'd start with that. Maybe tune the snare a little bit lower. But please, 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 Brandon, I'm saying this. I'm begging you. Go see my video called Wire Snare Sounds Like Shit in a Mix. It's actually, I think I've got a link to that in this video description. Let me double check here. Yeah, Wire Snare. Yeah, it's actually right under the first paragraph. Click my video description. Look for the link. Wire Snare Sounds Like Shit in a Mix. Watch that and try applying that. And I just stole that idea right from Andy Wallace. I mean, like, Andy did some incredible fucking mixes back in the day. But all it's doing is you don't put a reverb on the snare. You duplicate the snare track and then sample replace that duplicate with a snare room sample, and then you take that and send that out to a reverb. You just bring it in to go with the snare, and it'll give you this kind of shotgun effect. And as soon as I started doing that, I'm like, oh wow, there's the fucking tone right there. That's the snare sound I've been after. Try that. I think you're gonna like what you get. It's gonna sound a lot more interesting than just ping, ping, ping. The great thing is you've still got your actual snare drum there, and you're not completely sample replacing it. You know, you've still got the real thing, and you still got that real dynamic playing. That, and don't compress the snare. Just turn the fucking fader up, and that's all you got to do. Check that video out, man. It really lays it out for you in a way I think you're going to like. Anyway, dude, seriously, thank you so very much for your support. I really, really do appreciate that. You and everybody else watching the show. I'm absolutely grateful to you guys for this. That really, 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 really makes me feel good about what I'm doing here. So thank you so very much. Okay, let's move it on here. Sorry to disappoint, Wilmer. Anyway, okay, next up we had, it's Gasoline Gypsies with Broken Arrow. As it stands right now, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got like, we got like 9 songs in the queue right now, so you're probably looking at about 30, 40 minutes before we get to you. And again, I reserve the right to pull the plug on everything over 4 minutes. At 4 minutes.
Just another broken arrow, flung too many times. No longer straight and narrow, I was something in my prime. Been flying through the darkness, there's no light to see. Am I tripping over hard times? Are they tripping over me?
Son of a bitch.
Make peace with the sorrow. What you stole from tomorrow ain't coming back, ain't coming back again. You'll break if you force it. It comes and it goes. You've got to let it out. You've got to let it in.
Oh, I like those fucking slide guitars. Those are cool.
Just another hickory, took on too many vines. The weight is gonna break me, but it'll take some time. I used to know this forest, every leaf and every tree. The world just keeps on growing, it ain't got no room for me. Make peace with the sorrow. What you stole from tomorrow ain't coming back, ain't coming back again. You'll break if you force it. It comes and it goes. You've got to let it out. You've got to let it in. Got to let it in. Make peace with the sorrow. What you stole from tomorrow ain't coming back, ain't coming back again. You'll break if you force it. It comes and it goes. You've got to let it out. You've got to let it in. You've got to let it in. Just another broken arrow, flung too many times. No longer straight and narrow, I was something in my prime.
Wow, what a great mix. Damn. I threw that in the bangers list. I am not a country guy, but I do appreciate a well-constructed song and a great mix, and that was both. Killer vocal, great fucking harmonies. You know, they were just sitting ever so nice. They weren't like overpowering or anything. They're just flowing in underneath to make it work. Great drum sound. You know, just great instrumentation sounds, but the fucking slide guitars in the back were just sitting so nicely. That's how it's done, folks. Like, holy crap. I fucking really can't stand country music, but again, there's an exception to every single rule, I guess. And that was just some really, really top-notch work, guys. Wow. In the bangers list, that was, the fuck was that? What the hell is the name of that song? You guys can go check that mix out later if you'd like. That was Gasoline Gypsies. Yeah, go check that out. Pretty cool. Nicely done. Guys, I don't really have any advice for you on that. Other than, just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing that right. That was very, very pleasant. Top to bottom, it wasn't, everything on that just worked. Maybe go shoot a music video, but don't get it done by the British guys at the beginning because, that might not go so well. But yeah, it's like, go sell it to Toyota, get it, or a Ford, or go sell it to Dodge, get it in a Ram commercial. There you go. That would work. There you go. It's like, the Canyon Arrow. Something like that. Seriously. That was really, really, really well done, gentlemen. Bravo. Great job. Again, I welcome all kinds of music on this show because I think it's important that we hear different things and different influences and not just the same thing over and over and over again. I'm not interested in creating an echo chamber here. I want to hear new shit. I want to hear weird stuff. Dad Sweaters asks, Glenn, do you have any advice on lifting a gypsy curse, asking for a friend? Yes. Don't worry about it because it's bullshit. Anyway, let's move on here. Next up, we've got Babylon by Johnny Johnson Music. Here we go, Johnny. Let's see what we got. Ooh, little... Oh, right on. Hey, I love Poor Huron. We used to take our boat up there all the time. Just going to pause this for a second. I want to make this really clear here. There's definitely some bottom end weirdness going on with the kick drum. It almost sounds like it's panned out. And it's a little overwhelming, unfortunately. Usually I'm telling people to turn the bass up on the bottom or on the bass drum, but this just seems a little bit too much. Oh, it's on the top. Oh! It's your floor tom. That's the issue. I hear the boom, boom. Yeah, dude, you got to roll off everything, including your floor toms. Roll it off at like 60 hertz. Dump everything below there because right now you got a bunch of low-end mud going on when you do that tom hit. And it's just, kind of eating up too much of the rest of the mix. Remember, it's all give and take, man. I like the vocal, though. The vocals are panned out. I don't know if I'm liking the super spread out thing there. Maybe on the chorus? Nice lead tone. Yeah, I would lose the panning thing on the verse and just use it on the chorus. That way it's not the same thing over and over and over again.
Hey, look out, world, you're about to witness rock and roll history.
Noah Faber, you're up next. Like the riff there, that's cool. A little bit Danzig there, actually. Sounds like you got three rhythm tracks going on. Am I right there? It is a little COC, yeah. It's like, it should be like Albatross B-side or something. Okay, yeah, that's Fluco says something great. Song is sick, needs to be mixed properly. Yeah, it deserves it. I would agree. Killer song, maybe a tiny bit long, maybe shrink it down a little bit. It definitely has some issues there. Like I said, the floor tom, you need to throw some you need to throw a high pass filter on there, start at like 60 hertz and bring it up until that cleans up the bottom end. Too much effects going on the vocals. It's kind of hard to fucking get into them because they're just so far back. We want something a little more in your face. Like I said, I do the verse mono kind of down the center and then do the spread thing on the chorus. That might work. The other thing is it sounds like you got 3 guitars going on. Again, verse, I'd probably drop the one in the middle. Chorus, then fucking bring the guitar up the middle and spread the vocal out. So it's not doing the same thing the whole time through the mix. It was like, you listen to some of the, what Lang would talk about. He said his mixes were constantly evolving and things were changing constantly and things were doing things like this. So instead of doing the same thing through the entire mix, like I said, try that. Drop the center guitar for the verse, have the vocal go down the center, and then on the chorus, spread the vocals out like you had it there, and then bring up that center guitar. That'll just give it that much more impact. So it's a big opening, and then it closes up a little bit, and opens and closes up. That way you get some ebb and flow.
Hey, look out, world! You're about to witness rock and roll
thank you,
history.
Anonymous. Whoever that was, thank you so much. Just a Google Drive link. Okay. No idea why it comes up as anonymous, but I am grateful for that. Let's make sure. Yep, I do have access to that. Great. Here we go. Cool. So you're going to be up there, whoever the hell you were. Thank you very much. Whoever just sent something in. Yeah. You have to submit my stuff sometime or anything for your chat not being sarcastic. Oh, no. Hey, I welcome all submissions there, Paul. But, dude, I thought that was a really cool song. Yeah, again, it had a little bit of that COC Albatross vibe, kind of had a little bit of Danzig, Her Black Wings. I liked it. I really liked the vocals. I would have loved to hear them without all the crap on top of them. I would have really liked to hear the singer. So maybe back that off a little bit. And remember, the high pass filter is your friend. Everything should get high pass filter because it's just going to clean everything up. Kick drum should be about maybe 40 hertz. Snare drum, toms, anywhere from like 60 to 90 hertz. Guitars, 90 hertz. Even the bass guitar, 40, 50 hertz. Take all that crap out. You'll be surprised just how much that cleans up your entire mix. That should be the first thing you do. I remember I discovered the high pass filter like when I fucking first moved into this room, and it's like, wow, suddenly my mixes just opened up so much. So there is that. So, yeah, not bad though. I really like the song. I want to hear more from you, especially that vocal, because I got a feeling you're a fucking killer singer, dude. The world needs more killer rock singers. I said, just don't bury that great voice under a crap load of crap. Thanks for sending that in, though. That was really fucking cool, dude. So I very much appreciate that. Anyway, let's move it on here. Next up, we've got What do we got here? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got about 10 songs in the queue, so you're looking at about 45 minutes to get to the front there. Oh, yeah, Noah. Right. Noah's first there, yeah. And the Scorsters Prophecy. That's the band. And song is Eye for an Eye. Okay, here we go. Hey, thanks, Jake8 here. Yeah, Sean, I think I got it. It came as anonymous, but I think that was you. I like the bass tone.
Hey, look out, world! You're about to
Hey, Millstone, you're up next. Wilmer, so am I. I'm very glad it's on. Vocals on this are, okay, on the song itself. The vocals maybe just come up a C here. I like the way that snare cuts. It's nice, it's dry, but it works. Cymbals are nice and swishy. They're not harsh. The bass tone works. The guitar tone works. Yeah. The only thing I want to hear is that fucking vocal come up just a teensy bit.
Hey, look out, world! You're about to
Whoa, Motherwell, you're up next. Damn. All these damn gosh darn cue jumpers. No, that is definitely not a real drummer. It's just a little too perfect. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You know, if there's a real drummer, okay, great. The snare cuts, maybe it is a tiny bit loud. There's probably room for it to come down. I'm not hating it though. Turn up the fucking vocal! Yeah, drummers don't play double bass that clean. I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way. If this was a real drummer, it's been heavily edited. The bass tone is amazing though. That's what makes this mix work. All right, so that was Scorsters, The Prophecy, Poison Choice. Somebody said, oh, this was done 10 years ago. No, it's 2024. The date was on it, so nice try. Thanks for the disinformation. Who the fuck are you there? Who said that? Yeah, Andrew A. Don't spread bullshit, Andrew A. Jeez, there's enough bullshit online as it is. Don't add to the pile. Oh, no, though. It was pretty fucking sweet, though. Yeah, somebody had a good point. Definitely sound better than the drums on Saint Anger, that's for sure. Okay, so Motherwell just nicely jumped the queue, and I got to thank them for that. Thank you so very much. Okay, back on that. I mean, like, really, that sounded good. Maybe the snare was poking out a little too much. It's okay where it's at. We'll lose too much sleep over that, but, you know, there probably is room to bring it down a little bit. The big problem for me, though, was the vocal was just not sitting right. It needed to come up just a little bit more. That one I would worry about a little bit more. Again, you know, it's a grunting thing, but we need to hear what's going on. It was just kind of buried. You know what I mean? That was almost bordering on being an instrumental. So I would definitely bring that up. If it was coming across my board, I would definitely pull that vocal up a little bit more. Overall, though, the tones were great. Everything worked together great. I love the bass tone. That was fucking phenomenal. That really set off the guitars in a very good way. All in all, I think you're well on your way to doing some really killer stuff, man. So keep doing what you're doing. I don't have all that much advice for you other than just make sure you get that vocal sitting right, and you should be in good shape. So overall, well done. Good job, man. All right. Next up, we've got Motherwell, Where the Sidewalk Ends. Let's see what happens where the sidewalk ends. Okie dokie, we get a music video, so let's see what we get. Seizure warning. Okay, you guys have been warned. Yeah, and here we go. Let's hit play. There we go.
Have I kissed a bear? No, man. No. Oh, hey, man. Hey, how's it going? Hey, break a leg.
No, stop asking about me. It's not happening. You can ask me if that's what's going on. You know I have a boyfriend. Can you ask me that?
What the hell? It's Muppets! What the hell? Hi-hat's a little loud. This video is insane! Where's your bass player? Oh man, that was just absolutely insane. Holy shit. Okay, so that was Motherwell with Where the Sidewalk Ends. That had to be one of the more unique music videos I think I've ever seen. You guys managed to take a genre I'm not particularly fond of and turn it into something kind of interesting, actually. I thought that was kind of cool. I wish there had been a bit more to the video, maybe a bit of a story, like, a little after the song thing where, the stuffed animals are actually asking for autographs or photos with the band or something like that. I think that would have worked a little better. That was a great video, though. That really worked well. Okay, the guys at the beginning of the show, the guys from Britain who had the green screen thing, yeah, take notes. That's how it's done. Mix-wise, okay, so this is where I get to bitch a little bit because there were definitely some issues going on there. So, number one, the mix suffered from a serious case of lead hi-hat. Somebody mentioned in the comments, I thought it was great. You can hear the hi-hat great, but where the fuck are the rest of the cymbals? Yeah, what was going on there? Drums were just a little too perfect to be human. That was pretty goddamn phony drums. So if that was performed on a real kit, definitely a little bit too fucking rigid with the editing, in my opinion. Should have let us hear the drummer. Definitely a lot of samples going on there, regardless. And the name of the band was Motherwell for the fourth fucking time. Enzo, fucking pay attention. Jeez, there's going to be a test later. Fuck's sakes. Anyway, fucking kids these days. All right. And, but Motherwell, that was a really fun video. So nice job there. Overall, though, I think there was a little too much bottom end going in the mix. It just seemed a little bit on the muddy side. The bass drops were great. All that was fine. It just seemed maybe a bit too much bottom end. I noticed you had a bass guitar in the mix, but he was absent from the music video. Why is that? Could you guys have been lip syncing in the video? No, I'm kidding. Of course you're lip syncing. That's how music videos are made. Anyway, okay, so next up, we're gonna get to Millstone here in a sec, but what else can I say about that song? Like I said, it's like I've definitely heard that song about 10 billion times already, but the video made it interesting. So I'd really like to see you guys kind of branch out and kind of find your own thing in terms of your musical direction, because that shit is old. Try and find something new. Take it to a different direction, but keep doing what you're doing. Do more Muppet videos. Seriously, we need more Muppets in metal. I mean, I think the last time we had a Muppet metal video was in the 90s with Green Jelly doing The Bear Went Over the Mountain. I actually watched that this morning, because I thought that video was great. But good job on the video. That's a video I'd probably watch more than once because it's kind of fucking funny. I don't know if I'd actually listen to the song more than once, though, but that's just me. It was brutal, dude. No, seriously, yeah, you had the low string, genty thing down to a T. That's for sure. You were definitely checking all the boxes on the gent metal cliche list. That's for sure, including the breakdown. But nice job altogether. Just watch the bottom end. Maybe Ozone's your friend there on the mix. Like, pull up a couple mixes you really like and run your mix through Ozone and kind of try to do an EQ match and see where that takes you. All right. Thank you so much, guys, for the donation. Once again, that's all goes right back into the show, and I'm ever so grateful for that. We're in Connecticut in the U.S. That sounds cool, man. Great. Okay. We are, how far are we in here? We're an hour and 45 in. Okay. Tell you what, I'm going to keep the queue open for another 15 minutes, then I'm going to close it because I don't want to be out here all night. It's Monday, and I missed all of Sunday's anime, so I need to get caught up tonight. When I go sit down in front of my TV, have myself a nice sleepy time tea because it's been a long fucking day, and I want to make sure I give everybody the respect that their music deserves and the work that they've done. I want to make sure everybody kind of feels they get value for what they're doing here, and I want to help in any way I can. So, yes, if you want to get reviewed tonight, we've got 1, 2, 3, we're probably going for another 45 at least. Like I said, the queue's only going to be open for another 15. What is it right now? Yeah, for another 15 minutes. And then I'm going to close it off. So if you want to get in on tonight's show, now's the time. Okay. Once again, 35 will get in the queue, 50 will get in the front of the queue, 100 will get in the very, 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 very front of the queue. And all your donations, of course, get put right back into the show. So next up, we got another queue jumper here. This is Millstone with Call to Arms. guitars are just a tiny bit too loud here, guys. We're very doubly struggling to hear the vocal over the guitars.
Push through all your pain in mud. You'll strain, but as lions rise again. The enemy's at the gate. Won't you rise up against his hate? Always conquered a foreign land, and it's time that you made a stand. Years passing the wind insane. Men die in the endless fight. Where did we go? Didn't we know the front's always hungry for more? Onwards to glory and fame. The cowards will live
Hey, P Studio.
shame. In history we'll carve out our names. The winners of life's great just game. Don't die in vain. Push through.
A little bit of Halloween, yeah.
In blood, you'll strain, but as lions rise,
Halloween was a Detroit band that nobody heard of.
the enemy's at the gate. Won't you rise up against his hate? Always conquered a foreign land, and it's time that you made a stand. Load your gun, aim to kill. Take your shots and fire again. Load your gun, aim to kill. Take your shots and fire again. Load your gun, aim to kill. Take your shots and fire again. Load your gun, aim to kill. Take your shots and fire again. Yeah. The enemy's at the gate. Won't you rise up against his hate? Always conquered a foreign land, and it's time that you made a stand. To the feathers of white in the camps of the men left behind. To the bellies of yellow, the stars for the ultimate crime. To the ribbons of red laid out on the dead in the line. To the king and the country where our proud to fall for inside. That's the code who owns. That's the code who owns. That's the code who owns.
Okay, great. Sorry for the little video freeze there. Once again, if you're thinking on buying an Elgato cam link, don't. Okay, before I get into it here, the queue's only going to be open for another 10 minutes, so if you want to get in on tonight's show, now's the time. All right, so that was Millstone. So what can we say about that? Drums definitely sounded phony. It was kind of a shame for this style of music. You should really be tracking a live kit. I understand that's not an option for everybody, so there are ways to get around that. Room mics are your friend on the virtual kit. I think you're gonna like what's coming out from Spectre Digital next month. It might fit in with this kind of music really fucking well, actually. More on that coming in the very near future. Anyway, not bad. I like the vocal. I like the bass tone. You had that kind of Steve Harris kind of mid-rangey bass going on. It's not super deep, which works for that style. Again, that was pretty cool. The background chants were really great, but just too much rhythm guitar. It's all rhythm guitar all the time, and it's like, oh, Jesus Christ, to make it stop. Turn it the fuck down. Let's hear it so it's not drowning the vocal. I get it. You're a rhythm, you're a guitar player. You want everybody to hear how awesome you are. That's great. But it needs to be a balance between the rhythm guitar and the drums and the bass. It all has to work together to support the vocal. The vocal's the important part, not your rhythm playing. Go put you need evidence of that. Go put on some Iron Maiden. Go put on some Judas Priest. You'll hear exactly. Go put on some Dio. Listen to where the guitars are sitting in that mix. Go put on Rainbow in the Dark. Listen to where the vocals are compared to the rhythms. You'll get exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, you did use a live kit? Really? Okay, well, if that was a live kit, that was edited way too fucking tight. I think somebody should have backed the fuck off on the editing. No, I didn't think your guitar tone sucked. I just thought it was too fucking loud. I thought the guitar tone worked. It definitely worked for this style of music. Yeah, like I said, if that was a live drummer, great. It would have been nice to hear him. That sounded way too mechanical. Go check out Rick Beato's video where he like edits John Bonham. You can hear what it does to that. It's like, we need to be making music. We need to stop playing the spikes on the grid game because that game sucks. All right. Anyway, not bad though, guys. Yeah, you're definitely well on your way. Keep doing what you're doing. Just a little bit of tweak here and there. You're almost got it. Like I said, just give the mix a little bit of space there for the vocal. All right, though. I really did like it, though. I thought the tune was cool, and I'm kind of got that chorus ringing in my ears. All right. Now, we're back on the 35s here. We've got Edinia with Verge of Insanity. Here we go. This sounds live. See, that's how real drummers play double bass. I'd like to hear the snare come up a touch, maybe the kicks come up a little bit. I like the fact this is a real kit.
This prison will last as I've helped you coerce me into. I believe, perceive the world as all I know you have given to me. Fractured my mind, willing to hear your voice they
Like those toms. Those are cool. Slob drop. If you tried PayPal, try credit card, or vice versa. That will probably work.
to break your influence on my mind. I believe your words. You don't hesitate to show your twisted way of control. I become part of you. Desire unyielding.
Snare sounds pippy because he's playing the skin and not rim shots.
To be
Take care, Mr. Mercuria.
your grasp.
Okay, cool. That was Insidia with Verge of Insanity. Interesting. It's so nice to hear, a real drummer on that style of music because everything's just so fucking programmed. It's nice to hear somebody, get behind the kit and really fucking bash his brains out. Kind of, had an old school Venom kind of vibe to the drums, actually. I didn't mind it. Again, I'd recommend playing rim shots, but that's just me. Pretty cool. The cymbals were nice and on point. Just either that or a little more automation on the drums to bring them up when he's playing fast because when you play fast, you hit softer, so you need to bring that up. It's like you don't hear that on. You just don't hear that on a lot of modern stuff because everything's just so fucking programmed and shit like that. And we forget what real drummers sound like. So it's nice to hear that. I thought the guitars worked well. I thought the bass worked well. I thought it all sounded all right. Actually, it just kind of fit in there. Like I said, it kind of had an old school Venom vibe or an early 80s Slayer vibe or something like that. Yeah, it was cool. It wasn't perfect, and I like it that way. So good job, dude. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it because I like it. I don't have a lot of fucking advice for you there other than, maybe just automate when the solos are playing, turn the rhythms down just a teensy bit, make some space for the leads, and then bring them up afterwards. Again, it's all just subtle fader moods. Let me see. Can you see that? Let's grab this fader here. Yeah, okay. So let's say this is your lead. You bring that in. You bring your rhythms over here. You bring those down just a bit. While the lead's playing, then the lead's done. You just bring that back up. That's it. It's real simple to do. You do that on your virtual faders, on your DAW, or whatever you are. Just start learning the automation modes and how all that all fits together. So, dude, seriously, nice work, though. Seriously, I think you're well on your way to what you need to be doing. So thanks for stopping by. Thanks for bringing that in. All right. Moving right along. Yeah, we got about 2 minutes left on the queue there. So if you want to get in, now's the time. Anyway, so we had Intertwined by August Silhouette demo. So whoever the hell you are, here we go. That's pretty in your face. Nice bass tone. Cymbals are a little overpowered. I like the vocal, that's weird, and it's cool. I like the fried guitar sounds pretty cool. Oh, it's definitely clipping here on my end. Let's see if I turn that down a bit. Is this your mix? No, do not donate on YouTube. No, 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 no. Okay, so here's my thoughts. Question is, why was it so mastered so fucking loud? And that's kind of the Saint Anger effect going on there. With the mixes just being like excruciatingly loud. That one, honestly, it's like I like the instrumentation, I like the tones you got there, but it was a difficult listen just because it was so fucking in your face. At all times. I mean, like, ebb and flow is a thing, man. I'm not sure what the idea was there, but it was interesting. It definitely sounded different. I like the angelic, weird, atmospheric vocals. I thought they were cool, but it just, like I said, it was a little much. Backing it off can help, especially, that was a downloader. Yeah, if you're going to stream, I mean, you're going to need to lower your mix because it will get turned down one way or another because streaming sites will take a look at your average LUFS and they'll just turn it down. So if you're going to put it on streaming, you're going to have to go for what, -12, -14 LUFS, something like that. So keep that in mind. Yeah, you did send me a WAV file there, so there is that. Is Master just as loud as other music in my player? Maybe even choir. Definitely. It was definitely super loud on stream. Yeah. Again, we're on streaming. So, well, that's the thing. Most of the music I'm going to guess, that you have in your collection is probably shitty masters that were overcooked. That was a big thing in the early 2000s, right up until about 2018, something like that. So keep that in mind too. You might want to go back, another decade or two to some of those masters and take a listen and try and master for that. Cause, that's cool. Because that was definitely way overcooked. So maybe consider back. Do you have a LUFS meter? Can you check that out? See where you're at, and like I said, do a little homework and see what the levels have got to be for streaming because you're going to run into problems there. You probably get way better results if you back it off and mix it for that level for a streaming site than sending that master to a streaming site and they just turn it down because it's not going to turn out so well for that. Ugh. Yeah, that was really, 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 really just kind of fucking unrelenting. A little bit of ebb and flow can go a long way, man. Like I said though, I like the tones you got there. I thought the bass tone was great. I thought the guitar tone was great. I thought you did a really good job of it. I think you just fucking killed it with the mastering. But that's just me. Just try a couple different masters, see what you can do. That was really my only gripe. Like I said, I think you did something really cool there. Slob Drop asks, I'm not sure how to submit. Will not work for me. It lets me sign up for Streamlabs Pro but not donate to you. I can't help you, Slob Drop. It's pretty self-explanatory. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you're adding too much text in there or something like that. There could be a text limit. I'm not sure. Yep. Okay. Anyway, okay. Thank you so much for sending that in. Hopefully that's helpful, man. Like I said, if you're going to send it for streaming, you might want to find out what the volume limitations are. Before they do it for you. But seriously, dude, I really do appreciate you sending that in. I thought it was a cool song. I thought it was interesting. It was a little overwhelming. Yes, I'm closing the queue just a minute here. I'm going to play the next song here. This is Fall by Vember. Let's see what we got here. Oh, God. I got to change chairs here. Hold on. Hurting my back. Ooh. Getting shoulder pain here. Oh. Okay, that's interesting. That's a bit better. Oof. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, Slob. No, I didn't. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I don't know what's going on, Slob Drop. I honestly, I can't explain it. I got to close the queue anyway. So let's go here with Vember. Fall. Now, the chair was just a little high. I think I was leaning over a little too much. It was kind of hurting my shoulder. Now that's a real kit.
Watch when you reach the jet, falls on your street. Listen for the right
That sounded like, let me hear that again. That sounded like an issue there with the mastering limiter.
Fuck your blue world! Fuck your blue world!
Yeah, you can hear the compressor just kind of like fucking let go there just before the guitars kicked back in. So you got an issue going on there.
Why the opposition? Why for the weak? All they couldn't do is wish they wouldn't let the baddest from the land in the air and the seas. What's gonna end? The rock, victory, so bold! So bold! So bold! So bold! Honor, fame, and dignity, a gift as good as most of clarity. So bold! So bold! Fuck your blue world! Fuck your blue world! Fuck your blue world! Fuck your blue world!
Sounds like the guitars could use a little bit of high pass filter, but a little muddy. All right, so that was Fall by Vember. Okay. I like the fact it was real. That was not over-edited shit. That didn't have, drum samples all over the place. It was just a band, getting in the studio and kicking ass. Good for you guys. It just seemed like it was a little muddy. So you need to be careful about certain things. I'm like, that's one thing I learned about getting one of these things. This is very forgiving with the bottom end. Digital gives you exactly what you puts out exactly what you put into it, and that can cause problems. This thing kind of tends to absorb some of the nasties. So there is that. So high pass filter's your friend, maybe a little bit of C4 on the guitars just to get things a little bit more under control. Just very sparing though. I like the bass tone. I thought that worked. Maybe a little bit of that shotgun snare thing would help there as well, because it had the high tune snare thing. Said a little bit of that shotgun underneath. Again, the not my method. I'm saying, I'm talking, Andy Walsh, and this is like a Rage Against the Machine technique where you use a little bit of room sample to go with the snare, gate it so it works, and then you send that to a reverb just to give a little bit more ambiance and a little bit more attack and crunch on the snare, as it were. Check out my video, Why Your Snare Sounds Like Shit in a Mix, and try that. That might go a long way. Although I really like the vocals. I thought they were pretty intense. Yeah, I had a bit of a Suicidal Tendencies vibe. Really liked the track. I thought it was cool. Like I said, it was just a touch on the muddy side. So might need a remix there, guys. It's not overly bright, which is cool, but I'm almost tempted to think that your mix position has some low-end frequency problems. So you might want to try double checking that on a couple more systems before you print it. You know what I mean? It's like car stereo, boombox, mom's kitchen radio, whatever. Try it on a couple different systems, see what you get. But overall, pretty damn good, guys. I like where you're going with this. Keep at it. You're going to fucking nail it. Seriously. Good job. Thank you so much for sending in. All right, next up, we've got Guardsman with Mob Rules. And is this a fucking cover? Is this a Black Sabbath cover? I don't know. It's instrumental was live at the same time. Okay, well, there's the vibe. More bands should record live off the floor. I totally agree with that sentiment. So there we go. Cool. Good job. Good for you guys. Do more live off the floor shit. Just be careful with the bottom end. Here we go. Mob Rules.
Night falls in all this steel.
That is definitely not Black Sabbath.
One voice disturbs the air.
That's a nice guitar sound. That's a little crispier.
Oh, whisper on the wind. Doors creeping open. Justice to be served. Your lies betrayed. Tradition thrown away. Never again. He hides away. Protected by his name. Justice will win.
Maybe the vocals a tiny bit loud.
Dark figures fill the streets.
See ya, Hank.
Whispers of madness. Red fever, that's their way.
The vocals very, very
As
good.
slick and savage. From darkened doors they come to join the violence. A road to be undone. Your lives betrayed. Tradition thrown away. Never again. He hides away. Protected by his name. Justice will win. Under attack. The time to rise and fight has come. A sacred task. A time to do what must be done.
I like those toms. That worked. Great lead tone. Hey, Slick Will.
A traitor in the mist. Abomination. Through death to be redeemed. The wages of sin. The strength to do what's needed. The strength to kill. To save us from damnation. Your lives betrayed. Tradition thrown away. Never again. He hides away.
Hey, Starter Guy. Thanks for stopping
By
in.
his name. Justice will win. Under attack. A time to rise and fight for truth. A sacred task. A time to see our duty through. Mob will rule.
All right. That was really cool. That was Guardsman with Mob Rules. Okay. Okay, my very first girlfriend bought me Black Sabbath Mob Rules on cassette for an 8th grade graduation present. So as far as I'm concerned, you cannot name a metal song Mob Rules. Black Sabbath already called it that. Nice try. I really like the vocals on that one though. That really worked nice. That's a voice I want to hear more from. The guitars were great. Bass guitar was a little bit buried, didn't quite hear it. Drums sounded maybe a little too perfect. You know what I mean? I'm not sure what's going on. Everything fit together really well though. So any advice? Yeah, turn the bass up. That's about it. Really, that you really did a wonderful job on the mix though. I think that was really good stuff. I don't have much advice for that one other than, keep doing what you're doing. All the instrumentation, everything kind of worked together other than the bass being just a little bit too quiet. but that's it. That's really about it. So good job, man. All right. That's next up is Law of the Land, a Dallas welcome. Dio Sabbath doesn't count. Screw you, Slick. Well, of course he counts. Yeah, it's Black Sabbath, but with a good singer. Anyway. Anyway, yeah, that was a really nice job there, guys. So thanks so much for sending that in. Yeah, like I said, keep doing what you're doing. It's definitely you're definitely doing the right thing. I want to hear more from you guys. That's definitely for sure. Anyway, okay, let's see what we got here. Next up, like I said, we got Law of the Land, a Dallas welcome. Okay, I already download that. Let's hit the right button there. There we go. Dallas welcome. Could that be a reference?
One shot!
Ooh, this one needs some more.
Listen up, this one's cool. Ain't no place for fools. Every trip, we lose a few. So easy fools. We're strangers to this other. So love is meant respectfully. In the rails who walk by love, better to be something just like me. Every trick, there's always one who wants to try his luck. Same thing needs under the sun for the small return. Wait before you take no. In this world you already alone. 20 days into the road till they ran out of love. 50 feet of deep cover just caught them mud. Was standing up for the hunter, a crown of gold above his head.
I really like the vocalist here.
The king of the jungle, don't lay your head.
This sounds like it might be live off the floor.
Watches, but
There's definitely all kinds of issues going on with this stuff.
the hunter's eyes cold.
I don't know who sent this one in, so
Then some fool flinches and tries to run.
there's all kinds of clipping going on there.
Make sure the work got failed. They gather around for one last stand. But at the worst of their guns,
Yeah, this is it. Okay. From All the Time Sharp. Gave him a bunch of tips in November.
some wisdom means a helping hand. A helping hand. A helping hand. There's some who do not know the balance. See the world using what they can, but beware of not take up your feeling. Out for an eye, yeah, that's the law of the land.
Okay, so this one still needs a lot of work. Okay, so I'm gonna help where I can here. This is All the Time Shark. I think Pete DeJong is the guy who sent this in. So okay, vocals are killer. I really like the vocals. Somebody can sing, so that's a big plus. It just seems like everything's kind of like, squash. You know what I mean? There's no real top end. There's no real bottom. Everything's just sitting in the mids, and I'm not sure. That tells you you've got fucking mixing problems. There's a lot of clipping going on in the mix too, so that tells me all your faders are jammed up way too loud. First things first, okay. Turn off all your effects and just start pushing faders up and see what happens. And then start taking faders down and seeing what happens. You know what I mean? Start basic. Kick drum. Start with your kick, snare, overheads, bass guitar. Do that. Get that working before you start trying to fit everything else in. Remember, high pass filter is your friend. So it definitely sounds like the drums still need an awful lot of work. Please see the video. I've got a link in the video description called Why Your Snare Sounds Like Shit in a Mix. And explains the whole Andy Wallace method of adding in a room sample to get a better snare sound. Still sounds like we're really harsh on the cymbals. Sounds like you're over compressing everything. I'd say back off the compression on just about everything as well. But I like the groove on the song too. The biggest problem though is the guitar sound. I don't know what you did, but it sounded like you put your microphone into a cardboard tube before you put it on the guitar cab. So that tells me you might be using really shitty guitar speakers. That's usually going to be the biggest problem there. And it's like, in this case, this is where I'd really recommend the Bogren amp knob. Again, it's like you can get it for like $25 to $50. You basically plug in, record your guitar through that, and it sounds good. All you got to do is turn the knob. That'll give you a good idea of what a guitar sound is supposed to sound like in a mix, because it's designed to work in a mix. So if you can get that, try that, just turn up the knob. And it'll sound good. Play the guitar through that, and then you can kind of figure out that and go, okay, well, why doesn't my guitar sound close to this when I'm recording my amp? And then you can kind of figure it out as well. But remember, always point the mic at the splats on the speakers. That's going to help. But make sure you have good speakers. Like if you've got an old Behringer cab with shitty Jensens in it, don't even bother. Okay. Or if you've got an old PV cab with Sheffields in it, don't even bother. They're just horrible fucking speakers. Go get some Mojotone BV30Hs, man. They're fucking killer. They're my absolute favorite. Starter says Sheffields. Yeah, it might be Sheffields or Jensens. Like those Jensens in the fucking in those old Behringer cabs from the early 2000s. They're just fucking hideous. Oof. Anyway, okay. So still a long way to go, but you're making improvements. The drums sounded somewhat a bit more rock solid. And this is something you're just going to have to put time in on and work and work and work at it. But you will get better. Don't get discouraged. Put the time in, do the work, and it'll come a long way for you. Seriously. But the trick is don't give up, man. Seriously. Keep doing what you're doing. Thanks so much for sending that in. I hope you found this helpful. Please come back and see me in a couple months. Let's see where you're at again. But thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Once again, everything you guys donate just gets put back into the show as well. So thanks again for that. And we've got a few songs left here. I think we got about 3 songs left, and we're going to wrap it up. Next up is Bazooka Joe. No, it's Bazooki Pete. Sorry, my bad. And he's doing a short version of Master of the Puppets on the Bazooki, which is cool. I've recorded a lot of Bazooki back in the day when I was working with a bunch of Celtic bands in the early 2000s. Pretty neat stuff. So here we go. Let's see what we got. Glenn, on that note, any advice for those feeling giving up? Yeah, don't. I mean, I wanted to give up on when I was doing the second Woods of Ypres record, but I stuck with it, and now I got to do this shit for a living. I mean, if it's making you miserable, yeah, I believe me, I get it. But that's the thing. In the age of instant gratification, sometimes doing the thing that fucking is difficult is the thing that's worth doing. That's what makes it worth it. So yeah, don't quit. Okay, here we go. The AT 2020. Yeah, that's a killer mic. Yeah, the only thing I recommend quitting is quitting smoking. Okay, I think we got a banger here. Why am I only hearing something here and here? Where's the shit on the right? I feel like this is the music that should be playing in the background of my massage therapist's place. Wow, Bazooki Pete. Wow, dude. He asked me to share this. This is his webpage, iRolla Inc. or something like that. So I'm just going to send that over. You want to go check out Bazooki Pete? This is his website. Yeah, just check it out. Pretty neat. That was pretty cool, dude. Gotta say that I threw that in the bangers list. You want to check that out? It's in the video description there. So that was a Bazooki cover of Master of Puppets. That was a really nice interpretation there, dude. I love what you did with that. I was wondering, hey, what's going on the right now? You filled it out nicely. No complaints, man. Keep doing what you're doing. That's so cool. I really hope that one of the guys in the band actually hears that one day, because I think that's really, really fucking interesting. It's so cool to hear, Metallica's music being reinterpreted different ways. And I'm like, we were actually out for Thai food like last week, and we were hearing like the Muzak version of Nothing Else Matters, and I'm like, this. They turned fucking Nothing Else Matters into elevator music, and I'm like, this is interesting, and it's weird and it's cool, but it's like great songs. Henning, is a world-class arranger, actually, and he always has a point. A great song can be arranged for different styles of music, and it will fit. So this is a good example of that. Yeah, Master of Puppets was an amazing piece of fucking musical composition, but it works so well on ethnic instruments. So there we go. That fucking really does the thing. So great job, Bazooki Pete. Keep doing what you're doing. Can't wait till you do Painkiller or something like that. Ooh, you should do Beyond the Realms of Death on Bazooki. I think it'd be cool, especially Tipton's big solo on that one. That'd be really fucking sick. Oh, righty then. Yes. All right, let's move it on. We've got Fallen by Maxillion Wentz. Here we go, Max. Let's see what you got. Like this rhythm tone, man. That's cool. Bring the vocal up a bit. I like the vocal. I like what's going on. Those acoustics need to be stereo. If you're, I'm sorry to break in here and kill the vibe, but this is really important to mention here because the vocal's competing with the acoustic for space, and you've got this great big stereo field you're not taking advantage of. So either do 2 acoustic tracks, or if you're using one with like a piezo, however the fuck you want to pronounce it, put mic one side and piezo the other side and spread them out. You'll get a much, much bigger sound. Next week, they're Slick Will. Hey, thanks, Mafias. Like, this girl can sing. Now we can hear the vocal. I want to hear a little more definition on that bass guitar. I like what's going on. We need to hear it. Take care, Mark Cole. I'm not sure it's a girl either. Okay, I might be wrong. Doesn't fucking matter. Boy, girl, in between. As long as the person can sing, that's the important part. This person can sing. I'm gonna take. Yeah, well, do the Saturday Night Live thing. Is the vocalist named Pat? It's you playing everything. Okay, cool, Max. Great. That is the girliest sounding Max I've ever heard. No. The vocals are great. Just the first verse sounded like a girl. Sorry. This is a cool fucking song, dude. Yeah. This is a banger. Cool track. I love the vibe. Just the the kind of like almost like waltzy kind of da 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 da. So not a lot to make suggestions on, but enough. So you need more definition and more attack on the bass guitar. Go get yourself a copy of Element Bass over at Spectre Digital. I like the guitar sound. I like the drums. I like the overall vibe. Like I said, I thought the acoustic and the vocal were interfering with each other. We want to hear that vocal that was straining so hard there, especially in that first verse. So again, stereo acoustic guitar, get him out of the way of the vocal, leave some space for the vocal because it has to be all about the vocal. I thought the guitars might be drowning the vocal out, like when he went to the black metal style. That could have come up a little bit as well. But great voice. I want to hear more from you, Maximilian. I really do. I think you got something to offer there. You got this kind of wild androgynous thing going on with your voice where we don't know it's a guy, it's a girl. And that's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's like Bowie did that in the 70s and made it work really well. So I think you've got something to offer here musically, in terms of your voice that we're not getting a lot of. So I'd say don't shy away from it. Embrace it, because that's what's making you unique. And I think we need some more weirdness like that. So that's fucking cool. Do more like that. That was really, really good shit. You made it into the bangers list. Definitely recommend checking that song out. And it will definitely help out. Okay. Hey, Ben Bradley. It sounds like I picked a good time to tune it. We're almost at the end there, Ben Bradley, but thank you very much for dropping by. Yeah, it's kind of a short one tonight. Thanks so much, Glenn. I appreciate all the feedback. Improving the key to the next thread. Have 2 new albums coming out soon. Cool. Yeah, like I said, man, do the androgynous thing. We need some cool. We need a heavy metal Bowie. You know what I mean? We need something cool. Yeah, lean into that shit. That's what's making you. That's what's making you. You know what I mean? And I want more uniqueness out of artists, not more of the same. You know, we've had enough of that. It's time to get weird, folks. Anyway, okay, so last up, we've got, this is just blindfold mix. And I'm sorry for cutting it close tonight. It's been a long day. Like I said, I've been shooting all day, working on the new 599 solar. Not an S by solar, but an actual fucking real, honest to goodness solar. And it's fucking killer. I'm also going to be giving it away at some point. Make sure you watch when that video drops. But let's see here. This is, Anonymous sent me this. Thank you, Anonymous. The song's called Blindfold Mix by I don't know who. But thank you for sending it in. This is why you should put the band name in the actual song title. That way I know what I'm looking at. Oh, I already downloaded it. Wrong button. And let's take a listen. Let's give it a spin. See how we do. Okay. Sounds like you got reverb on the snare. That's what you don't want to do. Please watch my video. There's a link in the video description for this. Wire snare sounds like shit in a mix and explains, once again, the Andy Wallace method of getting an awesome snare sound. He did like Rage Against the Machine, Sepultura, whole bunch of fucking, Stone Temple Pilots. I think he did some Five Finger Death Punch, a whole bunch of crazy fucking shit. And always got really stellar snare drums. And the video I do kind of unlocks that whole thing. And this is what you're going to want to go for. So no reverb on the snare. Watch how it's done. Let's continue. I don't like whatever you got on that vocal. Oh, this is Sean the Greatish? Okay. So yeah, Sean, please check out my video. Wire snare sounds like shit in a mix. It's going to help you out big time. I like what you got going over on this side. That's cool. With that little watery sound. Call and answer here. This is cool. This works here. No one will come to save the day. You don't get to tie the blindfold. That make confessions to me, like the blind truly see. Is your bass guitar panned over to one side? The bass guitar itself needs a bit more bottom end on it. It should be down the center. That's going to give you gravity to the whole mix. Yeah, you do the bass panning thing, you kind of get that early Van Halen thing going on. I've never been a big fan of that sound. I would agree with Alan Dean. And you kept it mercifully short and sweet. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Oh, we've got, what, 30 seconds of silence here at the end? To come back? Or is this just like the world's longest fade out? Yeah, it's just the world's longest fade out. Okay, cool. Interesting. I'd like to hear a bit more bottom end in the bass. Again, get those vocals up so we can really hear what's going on. It wasn't bad. Like I said, it just seemed a little bit weird. Like there was maybe a little too much effects going on with the vocal. That's my thing. Not sure what's going on with the guitars. I mean, they were okay, but you know they weren't spectacular by any stretch of the imagination. And again, I think that comes down to lacking a bit of bottom end on the bass guitar because the bass guitar is going to be about half your guitar sound. So you need to keep that in mind. Oh, no, not too bad, though. Sean, I really do appreciate you sending that in. So hopefully you found that helpful. This first thing I've recorded in my new studio. Oh, well, fuck. There you go. Hey, man, it took me about 8 months to really get my head around what was going on in here before I really started to get into it. And then, you know, it took like another couple of years before I really got, you know, really used to this. But it was still infinitely better in my last studio, that's for sure. So, you know, try different pickups next time. Trolls, please don't. Okay, jeez, that's not helping at all. But yeah, perfect length for weirdness. I like that. The trick is, Sean, yeah, try, you know, make sure you double check your mix everywhere. You know, car stereo, boombox, home stereo, you name it. Listen on as many places as you can, especially if you're breaking in a new room. I hope you got some bass traps going on. And yeah, please, once again, watch my video on why your snare sounds like shit in a mix. Again, Andy Wallace knew what the fuck he was doing. His sound is all over a million different records, and it's fucking awesome. And it's actually surprisingly easy to do once you learn how to do it. So give that a shot. The link is in the video description. Please watch it. It's one of the most helpful videos I've done. So naturally, you know, it didn't... How many fucking views is that at these days? I'm genuinely curious about that. Why your snare sounds like shit in a mix. Let me see here. Copy. Okay, whoop, and whoop. Fuck me. Hold on. There we go. And let's see here. I'll just open up another window here.
Your snare sounds like shit. Man, I have read that.
Yeah, that only got 31,000 views. And yeah, that's a real shame because that's one of the most important videos I've done in recent times. And people, oh yeah, just do gear reviews. Well, I do tutorials too, but you guys need to watch them. You know, that's the trick, because YouTube just doesn't push the tutorials as well as they do. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, I'd really recommend watching that one. Anyway, guys, hey, you've been absolutely wonderful tonight. Only use reverb on my guitar, echo and delay on vocals. Yeah, Lauren's showing you can use reverb on drums. You just got to use them the smart way. Anyway, okay, you guys have a wonderful evening. Thank you all so much for your support. It's been a wonderful evening. My shoulder is fucking killing me. 2 hours, 47 minutes. Not too bad. I really do appreciate everybody who supported the show tonight. Thank you oh so much. Like I said, this just goes right back in, and you're gonna like what's coming up. Like I said, I've got some really cool, killer, cheap, affordable tube amp recommendation coming up. I know you guys aren't gonna want to miss that. Anyway, yes, I have anime to watch. That's for sure too. Anyway, yes, I missed all my Sunday anime, so yeah, I gotta go do that. Anyway, You guys have been wonderful. I'll see you guys probably Wednesday or Thursday. Like I said, I got that solar review coming out. It's going to be an awful lot of fun. I think you guys are going to dig it. And I even learned how to play the theme from Bonanza on that one. So there we go on that too. Anyway, Lily Farrell. Yes, you did miss it. Jesus Christ, Lily. Try showing up. Fuck's sakes. That was a lot of fun tonight. I'll see you guys next week. Thanks so much for everything, all your contributions and everything. You guys absolutely fucking roll. Yeah. I've got nothing to say other than I'm absolutely grateful for you guys. You guys are amazing. Anyway, have a wonderful night, everybody. I'm going to go chill. Take care.